Hello students, my name is Sridip Shashmon and today we are starting with journal. So first of all, I should make 3 videos for this chapter because this is a very big chapter and we need to clarify it very carefully because this is the most important chapter as it is the basic of the accountancy subject. So today we are going to just learn something at the basic points. Means basic points we are going to learn today. So I have given the heading over here, journal. So journal is prepared in double entry system in every schools, or we can say in every sectors. Journal is always prepared in double entry system. So now what is double entry system? Double entry system, double entry system. What is double entry system? Double entry system is a format of writing a journal including debit and credit side, means both sides. Like if I write purchase account debit to excess account, so this is a journal entry, and over here X being purchased goods. Over here X is a person who is purchasing some kind of goods. So in this journal entry, in the books of journal, we should write purchase account debit and excess account credit, because when we are purchasing any goods, so the good is coming in, that means it is coming in form of asset in our company. So as we are getting it from the company from where we are purchasing, so it is written in the debit side, and the person who is purchasing, he is giving something cash or some any other services for further for the purchase of this good, so it is written in credit. This is a journal entry. We should go on the depth of this point, that why it is in debit and why it is in credit in the later videos. In the second video I should go in that. Before that, we are going to learn what is double entry system. Double entry system is the process of writing a journal entry in both debit and including both debit and credit sides. Over here we are writing this journal, in this we are including the debit side, as well as we are also including the credit side, what we are crediting and what we are debiting. So we are debiting excess account and we are crediting excess account and we are debiting purchase account. So okay, what is debit and what is credit? Debit is an account, or we can say that debit is something where we are debiting or depositing, or anything we are getting is written on the debit side, and what we are giving is means written in the credit side. And it also changes in some cases. We are going on them in later videos. So this is double entry system. This is double entry system where a journal is written in both debit and credit, as both in debit and credit, which is included. So this is double entry system. I think that it is clear that double entry system means writing a journal in both debit and credit aspects. Purchase account debit to excess account credit. And I should mention that I am writing account like this in journal entry. This is only for practice purpose. We should not write like this account in the examination, because it is against the rules. and if over here a student can write credit, or it is not required to write credit. I have written here debit. It is important, it is mandatory to write debit over here, and a student might or might not write credit over here, because it is not mandatory to write the credit, because I'm mentioning over here debit. So it is good, and 2 should be mentioned while we are writing a journal. 2 should be mentioned in the credit side. These are the basic rules to write a journal, and this is called as narration. This is called as narration. This contains half of the marks of the journal. This for this you will get half, and for this you will get half. When you are not writing this, half of the marks will be cutted off. So this is important. Being should be written in the beginning. Being purchased goods. Here amount will be written over here, and over here the credit amount, means the both will be same. So this was double entry system. And what are the advantages of double entry system? Means we are using this double entry system for what? So advantages. So double entry system increases the accuracy of the accounting purpose. So first point will be accuracy. It is including accuracy. So after this writing the journal, we are going to prepare trial balance. We are going to prepare trial balance. That will be in the later chapters in your book. So we are going to prepare trial balance. For preparing trial balance, debit and credit sides will be different. This will be the debit side. If I half of this page, so this will be the debit side, and this will be the credit side. So for means easy getting purposes, for means to decrease the workload, we write in the double entry system. As we get the debit in the this side, we can write it in the debit, and this will be going in the credit side. It is becoming easy. So it increases accuracy. As it is becoming easy, so the person who is accountant or who is just writing the journal, or means preparing the trial balance, he will be getting it easy purpose. So the accuracy will also increase. In second point, the advantage. In second point, profit earned. And loss suffered. Loss suffered is coming. So how I can rectify the loss suffered and profit? Means while we are preparing the trial balance, the profit means what we are getting is our profit. What we are getting is our profit, and what we are giving is our loss. So profit is what we are getting, means debit. So profit is the debit side, and loss is the credit side. Means not loss, we can say profit and loss, because the profit and loss is determined by distinguishing debit side, total of the debit side and the total of the credit side. So for means trial balance gives us that we are in profit or we are in loss. So as it is giving the accuracy, it is also giving us the profit earned or loss suffered. We are adding the side of the debit in the trial balance, and we are adding the side of the credit in the trial balance, and we are subtracting the credit side from the debit side. If the amount is coming in the positive, means we have profit. If the amount is coming in the negative side, we are getting loss. So this is the second advantage. This was the first, the accuracy, and this is the second. Profit earned and loss suffered is calculated in an easy process. And number 3 will come as financial position. Financial position. So when I'm saying financial position, it means the what is the position of the company, or what is the position of the company only, position of the company in finance. Means it is running in profit side or in the loss side. So the in the third point, the profit earned and loss suffered is also carried on, because through this we can denote that the financial position of the company means how much profit is earned or how much loss is suffered. So this also, the means the double entry system also helps us to get the financial position of a company. And in the fourth point, we get the details as necessary. Details necessary. So what, from this journal entry, what details we are getting here? The narration we are writing is the detail of the journal. Means if this detail is not given, means if the narration is not given, so purchasing debit, purchase account debit to excess account. So what we are purchasing? So by reading the journal, while reading the narration, we are getting there we are purchasing goods, means some kind of goods we are purchasing. So it gives us the detail of the journal. So that is why double entry system is important. In double entry system we give narration, so that is why double entry system is important. Means the advantages of the double entry system is the detailed, because it is giving the details of the journal. And in number 5 we have the comparison. We have compared. So what is compared? Again the profit and loss part is coming, because when we are comparing the debit side with the credit side, if the comparison won by the debit side, so it is profit, and if the comparison is won by the credit side, it is loss. So like this we calculate profit and loss, or a company is fully depend on the profit and the loss things. So these are the advantages of double entry system. So I'm repeating once more. This is double entry system. This is the journal written in the format of double entry system. In this format, what we are getting? We are getting debit and the credit sides both parallelly. We are writing here purchase account debit. As the purchase account is debited, means we are purchasing something, our asset is increasing, so it is in the debit side. And we are writing it in the, and we are writing that to excess account, as X, the person is giving the cash or the amount of money for that for purchasing that good, it is written in the credit side. And the important, one more important part, this is the narration, which contains the half marks of a journal, and it is that being good purchased goods, which is the detail of the journal that we are purchasing goods. So the then we are coming in the double entry system advantages. So it is giving us the advantage of accuracy, means as it is easy to write the journal entries, so accuracy automatically increases. And second, we are coming in the profit earned and loss suffered again. So profit earned is denoted when the debit side is a larger side than the credit side. So the profit earned or loss suffered if the credit side is more than the profit side, means the debit side. And number 3, financial position. Financial position is denoted by profit and the loss suffered. Profit if the financial position is good, if the company is running in profit side, and the financial position is bad if the company is running in the loss side. So number 3 is also completed. Number 4, detail necessary. So detail necessary is the thing, the narration. Narration is giving us the detail of the journal, means the goods, the written, this word goods is giving us the information that X is purchasing goods. So we are writing here purchase account debit. So what he is purchasing? X is purchasing goods. So narration is giving us the detail which is necessary for the accountant in the future days, that what we are purchased for this amount. So the details necessary. This is one of the most advantages of the double entry system. And then we are coming in the compare. How it is advantage? if we are comparing debit side with the credit side, so we can get that it is our profit or it is our loss. So like this the comparison it will be taking place, and why we are writing it in the purchase we are writing in the debit side, and why we are writing it in the x means x is written in the credit side, we will learn it in the second video. So in this video we are going to clarify the basic part of the journal chapter. So this was the advantages of the double entry system. Then we are going to what is debit and credit. Debit and credit. Sorry. Debit and credit. So in debit, I have already told that debit means the profit earned by the company, and the credit is the loss suffered by the company. So not only loss suffered, but debit also includes that what we are getting in the company. Debit means if a payment is received by the company, it is written in the debit side. If a payment is given by the company, it is written in the credit side. So this was the explanation of the debit and the credit part. And if in some cases in examination we also get that how much is the asset, how much is the liabilities, this type sums are also given. So when we are getting those sums, we can write the formula, that is assets equal to liability plus capital. This is the formula to get the how much is the asset. Liability will be given, capital will be given, so capital plus liability equal to asset. And if the question says that you need to get the liability, so we can the amount of the asset will be given, liability, let the liability be x, and the amount of the capital will be given. So capital will be transferred over there. So now assets equal to liability plus capital. So asset equal to liability plus capital is the formula for getting the asset. What is the amount of the asset? What is the amount of the asset? So we need to add liabilities plus capital. And if the examiner says, the question says that what is the value of the liability or the amount of the liability, so just we need to do is if we will get the capital amount in this side, so it will be minus form, in negative form capital amount will be there plus asset. So the capital amount will be minus from the assets, so liabilities will be there. Like this, interchanging the capital with the asset or asset liabilities, so we can get many other formulas, and through them we can score good marks in the exam. If the formula comes, one or two numbers will be there. The one or two numbers are also important. So this was the debit and the credit part. Then we also need to know what is transaction. Transaction means transaction means the entry. The transaction means the entry of transferring money. If A is giving money to B, so when we write A gives money to B, or A account debit to B account, or sorry, B account debit to A account, so that is the thing of transaction. So this was the transaction part. Transaction is not a heavy thing, and everyone knows what is transaction. So this was all about the basic parts of the journal. In the next video, we are going to start with the what are the amounts, what are the classification of accounts, sorry, not amounts, accounts, what are the classification of accounts, and we will be learning what are the explanations of the accounts, of those accounts. So next video it will be also very important. for all the students. And in the third video we are going to know the most important part, the golden rule. It will be the easy part, but it is the most important part in this chapter. Thank you. So now we are going to know about the golden rules. In golden rules there are personal accounts. I have prepared all these formats before. So in personal account we take debit, what we receive is in debit, what we give is in credit. In real account we take what comes in debit, what goes out is in credit. In nominal account it is the reverse of the all the accounts. Expense and losses is in debit, incomes and gain is in credit. We can take personal account as a single account because the other subparts have all the same rules. What we receive is in debit, what we give is in credit. But in impersonal account, the real account follows the rules, but it is not followed by the nominal account. So the subparts of the impersonal account is following different rules. Therefore, we cannot write over here impersonal account. So that is why real account is following this, and nominal account is following this, and we write is different formats. So in personal account is denoted by a single person. So what the single person receive is in debit, and what the person gives will be in credit. Means if a person is giving somebody some amount of cash, so it will be in the credit side because he's giving the cash. In his book it will be credited because he's giving the cash. Then when the person, the opposite person of the person who is giving, that person will write it in the debit side because he's receiving the money. Like A is giving money to B. So in A's books of accounts, the amount of money will be in the credit side because he's giving. But in B's books of accounts, it will be in the debit side because he's receiving. So so according to this, we prepare journals in personal according through personal account. In real account, what comes in debit, what goes out is credited. Means when we are purchasing a good, the purchase account will be debited, and what we are giving, say if we are giving cash in the form of, means we are gaining goods, so we are giving cash, so that is why it will be in the cash will be in the credit side. But in nominal account it is fully reversed because expense and losses are listed in the debit side and incomes and gains are listed in the credit side. That is why we write this in another sector. So for clarifying these golden rules, I have given here over an example. So here rent is received by a person. So in that person's books of account, it will be bank account debit to rent account because rent account is in credit. The person who is receiving the rent, in his bank account, in his books of accounts, bank will be debited because the amount is received in the bank according to personal account. What we over here I have written P because to denote personal account. So according to personal account, we are receiving money in our bank, so we are receiving, so it will be debit. We are receiving, it will be in debit. I have written over here debit, where it is in the debit side. And we are when the rent is income to that person, the person who is receiving the money is his income. So that is why it is according, as it is a nominal account, the rent is in nominal account, so income and gain will be in the credit side because it is in the golden rules. As golden rules follows, nominal account will be nominal account will credit all the incomes and gains. So as rent is a nominal account, so it will be in the credit side. and in the narration we will write being rent received. So I'm explaining it again. In golden rules, according to personal account, what we receive will be in the debit side, what we give will be in the credit side. In real account, what comes in the debit side, what goes out in the credit side. But in nominal account, expense and losses will be in the debit side, incomes and gain will be in the credit side. I hope this is clear now. And if we will take an example of nominal account and personal account, bank account is debited, as the personal account rules follows that what we receive is debited, so cash is received, so it will be debited. And according to nominal account, incomes and gains will be in credit, so rent is an income to that person, according to nominal account it is credited. So this are the golden rules, and example of golden rule was this. So I hope this is clear now. The full journal chapter is completed in 2 videos. So if a student will see these 2 videos will be clarified with his doubts, or he can understand the chapter carefully and well. Thank you for watching this video.